Okay, hello again, people. Now, as usual, before I begin, I own the rights to none of this anime. There will be some maybe spoilers, and there probably will be some cursing. Now, the anime I will be reviewing for this video is Gonna Be Twin Tails, or otherwise known as, or Twin Tails ni Narimashu. Okay. This is a 12-episode anime that ran from October 10th, 2014 to December 26th, 2014. Now, time for the synopsis. Mitsuka Soji is a first-year high school student who greatly loves the twin tails and hairstyle. One day, a beautiful girl, Tuerli, who comes from another world, suddenly appears in front of him and gave him the power to transform into the twin tails warrior, Tail Red. Now, excuse me. Now Soji, with the help of his childhood friend Suba Aki, who can become the Twin Tails warrior Tail Blue, must fight in order to protect the peace on Earth. Now that's a pretty good general description, because you can't really describe any more about the show without going so in depth that it gives it all away. Let me just say one thing about this show. The show wasn't weird. It was downright creepy. And I mean that in a funny way. Because first off, Soji, our main character is a guy. And he turns into a woman, a girl. He turns into like a lowly with twin tails. Then his childhood friend turns into another girl, twin tails, and she's already a girl, and she has feelings for him. And we get the third girl later on, and she gets transformed into one of these. So there's already that going. So we already have a bit of that of the male transforming into the girl. What's funny is the male, he transforms into like a littler girl. His with red, he has red twin tails. His childhood friend turns another girl who's roughly the same as herself, but she has blue twin tails. And then the third girl is a little girl who turns into a girl with yellow twin tails, but she's like an adult version with like. Right there, it's weird. Now, what they're supposed to do, I forget what they're called, but they have the main bad guys. What they're after are Gildy. There's something Gildy. They're like something Gildies or whatever. Like all their names end with Gildy. Like there's Swung Gildy, Worm Gildy, Arachne Gildy. I'm not entirely sure what the hell is going on. But basically the main bad guys, they're looking for each one has like certain attributes that they're looking for. For some reason, at the beginning of the series, they're all after like the Twin Tails attributes. I'm not sure why, but that kind of falls to the wayside at the end, where it's like, just looking for whatever attribute they're looking for. But at the beginning, they're looking for Twin Tails attributes. Like if they take this attribute, the Twin Tails hairstyle is like, and being the lover of Twin Tails, our main character is like, you must die. So I've already got that going of like, oh, what is this? But anyway, the first one they match up against, where he fights, is after a. It's going for like the Twin Tails, but it also likes dolls. It's like this big ass lizard man. He likes little stuff, dolls. He attacks with dolls. I have no clue. And they fight like the main boss, like in episode 4 or 5-ish or something. Then we introduce some more things, and some technically lesbianism comes in. Because we introduce another bad guy who actually was a human from Tuerle's world or whatever, who likes her, and she thinks our main character Soji, in his little girl twin tail form, is her. So she falls for his female form. So it's technically lesbianism. It's technically Yuri, but he's also a guy. So, but she fall. At the end, toward the end, when she kisses him when he's in girl form. It's like, well, and childhood friend kind of likes him as a guy, and then you have I need to get the name right. Twirly. I'm just gonna call her Twirl. I'm just gonna call her Twirly for the sake of this video. Anyway, Twirly. Let's just say she's a little out there. She's always trying to make moves on our main character. And it gets really, really awkward. Really awkward. I mean, it doesn't show anything, but it's more of a. I mean, it's not showing anything. I mean, they keep it PG-13-ish, maybe a little hot, maybe PG-14-ish. I mean, it's the joke. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna marry you." She's always trying to sleep in the same bed as him and stuff. Hell no! I don't know. It's all so weird. And so I said, and jokingly, I mean, this anime is weird. I'd say it's not. I like to say it's not weird. It's creepy. But back to the main bad guys. I mean, the bad guys, these are weird. So they're all looking for like certain tributes. Like there's these other two bosses that come in later on, and they she's looking for sex. One sex is big boobs. The other is small boobs. It's like, okay. Well then, another one is Worm Gildy, who looked like a worm in a skirt, and it was all about girly boys, and it talked like one too. That one was disturbing, very disturbing. I mean, this anime is funny. I mean, they just kind of go through. They kind of defeat the main boss like early on. They do some, then do some more. They have a bit of a crisis thing, and they're fighting this other girl that shows up from Twirly's world. And at the end of it, she gets sent off to go fight by like a huge main honcho for the guildies. They're off somewhere else. They're like, okay, you need to go and do something for us. So this series as a whole doesn't seem to be over. It definitely could go on for more, but they ended the season where, where's the rest of the show? Because it could definitely go on more. I mean, from the looks of the manga, is still ongoing, so maybe that's why they stopped for now. But it's like, oh, come on. You guys have so much more. I mean, she just got sent off, and you're like, oh, okay, no more deal. You don't need to wear these anymore. It's like, oh, screw that. She's coming back. Because she's already professed her love for you. So she's coming back for you, because she's already got a room, like, tail red everywhere. Which is what his little girl, which is what his girl form is. The main character's girl form is tail red. So it's like, and her room is all, when it shows her room before she's sent out, it's all tail red figurines, tail red posters, tail red, oh good lord, bitches. Woo! Oh good lordy. Sorry about that. Like I said, the anime took it out there a notch. Definitely did. But it is a good show. I mean, it is a fairly recent show. I mean, this was funny watching this. Just some of the parts were kind of like the one with Worm Gilly was kind of disturbing. And Netflix had some good plot line. It's one of the shows where it just kind of took a thing and just went. Just like they took the thing of Twin Tails. I mean, like the main thing is centered on the twin tail hairstyle. It took that and went I mean, say they combined 3 different things for the show. They combined Twin Tails. Twin Tails, like invaders from like another dimension sort of thing, and they did like some kind of like morphine hero power or something or other with like mech battle suits. They combined all of that, and here's a little fun fact: they get their power to transform into these Twin Tail warriors from their love for Twin Tails. It's like, okay then, moving along. Anyway, I would rate this anime about an 8. I mean, it was weird. I mean, I like weird, but some of the stuff was a little too weird. They definitely could have, in my opinion, they could have done a bit more stuff with it. They could have toned stuff back just a bit, and my rating for it might jump up if they decide to do another season, which I hope they do, because it would be a good season. So an 8.5. Anyway, that shall be it for this video. So until next time, see you later.